Hello there, my name's SAC Paul Goodfellow. I'm currently serving as a frontline troop on 51 Squadron RAF Regiment. I've been in the RAF Regiment now for just under 2 years. I've deployed on operations in Iraq back in 2006, and I'm just about to employ on a 6-month tour of Afghanistan, which will begin in April 2007. Obviously 6 months is a long time, so how am I feeling about it? I'm excited, I'm scared, and obviously there's a large amount of anxiety in there as well. Don't really know what to expect. Just keep comparing it back to Iraq and thinking of my experiences there and thinking, yeah, maybe this is going to be pretty much the same. It's a desert, or maybe then again it could be totally different. I don't really know what Afghanistan holds, but that's the excitement of being part of the Royal Air Force, I suppose. A little bit about myself. The idea behind this is a video diary, so you lot back home or back wherever you are in the world can watch and see what happens on the front line in Afghanistan, in Kandahar province, within the RAF Regiment. If you're interested in joining the RAF Regiment, then you can't get any more true than this. I haven't had no experience of working with media before, so obviously this is an amateur's point of view, but I'll give it my best shot and I'm sure you'll have some laughs along the way. A little bit about myself. I was born in, obviously you can tell by the accent, North East lad, Geordie, bit of a likely lad, or so I like to think. I was born in Gateshead, Queen Elizabeth Hospital, 10th 11th 1984, 22 years old like I've said. I'm now living obviously up in Scotland in Lossiemouth, which is situated not far from Inverness, between Inverness and Aberdeen on the Moray coastline. It's a lovely place, and I've been capturing some footage today of Lossiemouth Air Base itself to give you a little bit of an idea about what life is like up here and what it's like to live on an RAF Air Base. I've got some footage. There's obviously it is an airbase and there is planes flying, etc. And I've got some footage today, which I was hoping to get some of planes taking off and planes coming into land. But I stood around for about 10 minutes on a viewpoint, and the only thing that I managed to get was a plane that had just landed. It was doing about 10 miles an hour along the runway, but it does turn around and it does look a little bit Gucci, if you like that sort of thing. So I'm sure I can show you a little bit of footage from that today. Also, there's an area which 51 Squadron RAF Regiment are based in an aircraft hangar. This aircraft hangar is now known amongst the troops as the cage, and as you can see from the footage, it really does look like a cage. That's all it is. It's basic scaffolding put up, and the troops live inside that. We don't sleep there or eat there. It's just somewhere where our kit's based and where we do all our administration duties, such as weapons handling tests, keeping up to standard with the weapons and learning new drills, etc. We use it as an administration area, so anything that happens within the squadron, such as a deployment to Afghan or a deployment to Iraq, this is where we'll pack the equipment. And as you can see from the footage, this is where all the freights will be stored and all the wagons are stored. And this is basically where the troops hang out and chill out and socialise. So this is where all the squaddy humour goes on. Talking about the cage, I'm on B flight 51 Squadron. So what happens with the squadron is it's split up into 4 different flights. You have A flight, B flight, which are both rifle flights. Gravel bellies is the military lot will know. We're the ones who would crawl into position and post a grenade, etc. You've also got C flight, which is machine guns. So they've got a good bit of morale going amongst their flight because they've got a badge on their uniform, so they like to say no badge, no mates. So to try and get up the rifle flight's noses. You've also got support weapons flight, which is their primary role in Afghanistan would be living on a mortar line, which is a totally different job once again from the rifle flight, and they'll be firing mortars. But what I'll try and do out in Afghanistan is get you some footage of that as well, so you can see what life is like from both perspectives of the RAF Regiment and 51 Squadron. Whilst out and about on Lossiemouth Air Base today as well, I managed to get some footage, not only of 51 Squadron and where we work, a little bit of footage of the base, a little bit of footage of an aircraft, even though it wasn't really taken off or flying in the air or anything Gucci like that. But I did manage to get a picture of the spar shop, or in what soldier language we call it, the naffy. This is where you can get everything a soldier needs. Alcohol, cigarettes, chocolate, crisps, newspapers. What more could a soldier want? Anyone who has served in the forces before or who is thinking about serving in the forces, you'll know that these spar shops will become the saviour of your life whilst living on an airbase. But the one thing about the one in Lossiemouth is it's Scotland, and all the back page is Scottish football. Being a massive football fan from the northeast of England, I don't get to find out very often how Newcastle are getting on. It could be a good thing though, because you and me probably both know we're not really very good this season. But there's a little bit about getting to know me, a little bit of a last word. How are the lads? And all the lads are already taking the mick out of me for this video diary, being a bit of a Geordie. So I apologise if it sounds like I'm speaking in a foreign language, but in typical Big Brother style, this is Paul Goodfellow, Dear 1 Video Diary.